Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was having a hard time connecting. I'm babysitting my granddaughter tonight. So for those of you who follow me on social media, or if you've listened to my TED Talk or read my book, Downsize Your Life, Upgrade Your Lifestyle, Secrets to More Time, Money, and Freedom, you know how much I love speaking about writing and about the impact of living with less. So tonight's topic is about the impact of living with less and the emotional, the three top emotions that I had after I downsized. So for those of you who don't know me and, are new friends and followers and don't know my story, here's just a brief summary of my story. So it was a trip to a third world country several years ago to visit my son who was serving in the Peace Corps in Senegal, West Africa. And for the first time in my life, I experienced people who had so little and yet they were happy. And when I returned to my 5,000 square foot designer home, all I could think of was how I wanted that simple, joy-filled life that I experienced when I was in Senegal for the whole month. So I kept asking myself, how can they have so little and yet be happy? All I knew is I wanted that simple, peaceful life too. So when I walked into my big, beautiful home back in the States with all the designer furniture and designer accessories, somehow, very suddenly, it meant nothing to me. If anything, it represented the excess that I had accumulated. It represented a burden. And I knew that all of my stuff was standing in the way of me having that simple life that I really wanted. And also it was cluttered and it was stressful. So I decided to downsize from my very large home to a tiny little apartment in Philadelphia. And I went from 5,000 square feet to 867 square feet. And I gave away 95% of my possessions to people who wanted them or needed them. And frankly, I've never been happier. So when I decided to downsize, I knew there would be the obvious benefits of living in a smaller space with less, such as the financial benefits, fewer expenses, lower overhead, no big house, no big mortgage, no big tax bills. It was also the benefit of less spending and more saving. So financially, it really, was a savings overall. And the fact is I didn't need anything, so I stopped buying, and I didn't have room for anything anyway. So the benefit of living with less was also less maintenance, so less to maintain, to clean, and to organize. And then there was the benefit of more time, which was something I had not had in such a long time with family, friends, personal and professional development. And then there was the benefit of more freedom. So who doesn't want more freedom and more leisure time to pursue those things that you want without the burden of all of this stuff? But what I didn't anticipate was the emotional benefits of downsizing and decluttering, which is what this Facebook Live is about tonight. So these are just a few of the unexpected emotional benefits that I experienced when I downsized and that I continue to benefit from today. So first of all was the sense of peace, calm, freedom, and ease. It was that relief from the burden of the big house, too much stuff, much of which I never used anyway. It was the relief from being weighed down by the burden of never being done. If you know that feeling, there's always something to do. It had to be done. And had to be taken care of. So when you live in a smaller home, when you downsize, you actually have time, and there's a peace that comes with that. So it was frustrating, and I was constantly overwhelmed. So now with less, there's a sense of calm, peace, and freedom of ease. So the second thing is the ability to focus and be more creative and productive. So the bottom line is I had fewer distractions, I had less stuff that I had to take care of, and I had a new sense of control over my own life. So it allowed me to concentrate and focus more and actually to be much more productive. So there there was far less overwhelm, and there was actually time to do nothing, which was, to me, something that I hadn't had in all of those years. The third thing, which was also another emotional benefit, was that sense of accomplishment, sense of pride and empowerment, and confidence that if I could downsize that big house, I can do anything. So those of you that are downsizing and you're struggling with that, there's definitely a sense of empowerment once you are into it, once you complete it. So downsizing, no matter what, is a huge feat, and letting go of those years of accumulations, even the sentimental items that I had been attached to, and I thought I could never live without them. Well, guess what? You can. So, and then the fourth thing was that there was also a new excitement about what's next. It was kind of like, there's the next chapter. I've just made room for more life. So with more time, money, and freedom and energy, and with less stuff and less stress, nothing can stop you from designing and living the life that you really want. So when you have fewer have-tos and replace those with more want-tos, you have a much higher quality of life, and you're in control of your own life, rather than all of your stuff that's inside that house and all of your possessions. So you get to control what you want and what you don't want, what you let back into your house. So it's not just stuff, it's relationships. So when you free yourself from excess clutter, and when you surround yourself with only the things that you want, need, and use, your life is so much simpler, because you basically trade stuff for fewer chores, more experiences, more life, and a lot more fun. So when you downsize your life, you actually upgrade your lifestyle, which is what turned into my book, because I experienced that. And that's why I love speaking about it, because it does make a difference. So I will tell you that the downsizing journey is not easy. And I know there are a few of you that are on tonight that are actually going through that. But it is life-changing. So one of the biggest emotional benefits that I got out of downsizing was that it's not only that you have enough, but you also are enough. So that was a big, big takeaway for me. So I do hope that this helps you. If you are downsizing, please reach out to me, because it's nice to have a partner on your journey with you, and just to share something that, if you're going through it, I would love to hear from you, and I'll be more than happy to help you in any way that I can. You know that I offer a 30-minute free consultation. You just go to my website, Rita Wilkins, at ritawilkins.com. Thanks so much, and I will talk to you again on Thursday.